A happy family lived in a small, peaceful town between rolling hills and a serene river. James, his wife Sarah, and their 2 children, 6-year-old Timmy and 8-year-old Emily. They were the epitome of warmth and love. Their home was always filled with laughter and joy. James, a hard-working man with a gentle heart, owned a small bookstore in the town centre. His passion for books and storytelling resonated deeply with his children, especially Timmy, who loved listening to bedtime stories with wide-eyed wonder. On the other hand, Sarah was an artist with a vibrant soul. Her paintings adorned the walls of their home, and she often involved Emily and Timmy in her creative pursuits, sparking their imagination and nurturing their artistic talents. Most weekends, the family would visit James's parents, Timothy and Evelyn, who lived in a quaint farmhouse on the outskirts of town. The visits were always filled with warmth and affection, as Timothy doted on his grandchildren, sharing stories of his youth and teaching them to care for the livestock. One sunny Saturday afternoon, the family arrived at the farmhouse, greeted by the familiar scents of hay and horses. Timothy had always been an avid horse lover and kept a small stable on the property. While the adults chatted and caught up, Timmy and Emily wandered off to explore the surrounds of the farmhouse. As they played, to their surprise, they noticed their mum, Sarah, and their granddad, Timothy, exchanging a long and affectionate hug and lingering kiss on the lips. The innocence of the moment was lost on Timmy and Emily, as they were both taken aback and felt uncomfortable witnessing such a gesture between their mum and granddad. Timmy said out loud, "What are you doing, Mummy?" Mortified, Sarah quickly pulled away, her cheeks flushing red, and Timothy's face turned equally red with embarrassment. Panicking, Sarah explained, "Oh, children, don't take any notice of all this. That was just a special kind of kiss grandfathers get from their daughters. It's not like the kisses between your dad and me. You must promise me you won't tell your dad about this, okay?" Timmy and Emily, though unsure of what they had just witnessed, nodded in agreement, sensing that this was a grown-up matter they shouldn't pry into. Their innocent hearts trusted their mum, and they didn't want to upset her further. From that moment on, however, a cloud of confusion lingered in their young minds. However, they continued with their day, smiling for their granddad and their mum. Still, the memory lingered like a shadow, waiting to be understood. Little did they know that this moment would be the catalyst for a series of events that would change their family forever. As weeks passed, Timmy and Emily couldn't shake off their uneasy feelings about the incident at the stable. They noticed subtle changes in their parents' behaviour too. James seemed more distant, preoccupied with work, and Sarah appeared anxious, as if carrying a heavy burden. One evening, unable to hold their concern any longer, Timmy finally mustered the courage to talk to Emily about what they had witnessed. They sat huddled in their room, trying to make sense of it all. "Do you think Mum and Grandad still do those special kisses?" Timmy asked, his young brow furrowed. Emily sighed, feeling the weight of the secret they were now holding. "Mum always tells us to be honest, but she asked us not to tell Dad about it. I don't want to lie to him, but I don't want to hurt Mum either." Their conversation lingered late into the night as they tried to understand the complexities of adult relationships. Both of them knew they had to do the right thing, but they also knew that revealing the truth could have devastating consequences. One day, while their parents were out, Emily found an opportunity to share their concerns with their aunt, James's sister, Lily. She hoped that Aunt Lily could help make sense of everything. Over the phone, Lily listened carefully as Emily poured out their troubling experience. She also said that her grandfather had kissed her the same way once before. Lily's face shifted from concern to disbelief as she heard the story. Her mind flooded back to when she was young, and her father used to kiss her, but she didn't remember much more. She knew she had to tell James, but she wanted to approach it with sensitivity. Later that evening, Lily phoned James and broached the subject gently. Tears welled up in her eyes as she told him about what Timmy and Emily had seen at the stable, and also what Emily said about the same sort of kiss their father gave to Emily and herself when she was Emily's age. James felt a mix of shock, anger and sadness. He couldn't believe what he was hearing but sensed the truth in Lily's words. His heart ached at the thought of all this betrayal. That night, James confronted Sarah about his father. Though she tried to deny it initially, the guilt weighed heavily on her, and she finally admitted the truth. Tears streamed down her face as she tried to explain the reasons behind the affair. Still, it turned into a bigger heartache when he told her about what happened to Emily and his sister. They contacted the police, and after some investigation, they didn't have much evidence beyond the kissing in both Emily and Lily, so the courts ordered William to get counselling. The revelation shattered their marriage, and the painful process of their divorce began. James moved out of their home, taking the children with him, while Sarah stayed at her brother's place. Timmy and Emily, innocent bystanders amid their parents' turmoil, were confused and heartbroken by the changes in their once happy family. They blamed themselves. As the middle of this heart-wrenching story unfolds, it leaves the family fractured and struggling to find a way to heal. The innocence of the children had been shattered, and the truth they sought had brought devastation to their lives. The road to resolution and healing seemed uncertain, and the scars of this revelation will forever remain a part of their family's journey. As the dust settled, James moved into the familiar farmhouse with his heartbroken mother. He took the kids with him, seeking refuge and a fresh start for his family. His heart was heavy with sorrow, but he was determined to create a stable and loving environment for his children. Though still too young to fully grasp the complexities of the situation, Emily and Timmy felt the tension in the air and longed for the family they once knew. Amidst the heartache, Sarah, who loved her children dearly, yearned to be a part of their lives. While the divorce of both parties had left its scars, the kids, being young and more forgiving, still cherished the times they spent with their mother during holidays and special occasions. They knew their mother's love was genuine, even if her choices had caused turmoil in their lives. They didn't understand why their grandfather wasn't in their lives anymore. As the years passed, the family found a sense of stability and love amidst their challenges. They believed that honesty was the best policy, which became the foundation upon which they rebuilt their fractured bonds. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.